All right, what's up? If you're watching this on YouTube, this is our current roster tier list of everything. You can see all the different categories. All right, we got Adam Pierce. He's a general manager, so I can't, I see potential. Nick Aldis is definitely better, though. Adriana Rizzo, I'm not a big fan of her. I'll put her in jobber. I feel mean calling him a jobber, though. This is an NBA tier list. Yeah, but you chose a weird green. That's all it is. Like a different green would be a little better. Yeah, this is the NBA tier list. AJ Styles, obviously a Hall of Famer. Now, if we were going just by this year, which we're not, he'd probably be mid card, but Hall of Famer all time for sure. Akira Tozawa, bro, I see the potential, bro. He's got it. They got to give him some more spot. I'm ranking him in the tier. He's higher than Adam Pierce. Alba Fire, I don't like her. Alex Shelley, I hate to put him mid card, but he's just old. I don't see him being a rising star. This looks more like WWE. Yeah, it is. I'm down to do the NBA tier list after, though. I love NBA. NBA and NFL. Hopefully, we have time. We should. Yeah. Alexa Bliss, obviously a Hall of Famer. Not quite like AJ. Alicia Taylor, I do not like. I like her more than Alba Fire, though. But, dude, she just, her announcing just is not good. Andrade, I'm going to be honest. He's mid card. I was going to say Jobber. That's hating. Nah, he's mid card. Alex Shelley is more promising, though. Andre Chase, I don't like Andre Chase. I'm gonna be honest. That might get hate. Undertaker. This is current only. I was gonna do one all time, but and maybe we will if we have time. Jesus. Anyway, we have Angel. I'm gonna be honest, Jobber. Angelo Dawkins. I see the potential. He just needs better character work. Like he is so good in the ring, but his character work just is not there. Like when him and Montez Ford walk out, everybody's looking at Montez Ford, bro. And it's not because Angelo Dawkins isn't good in the ring. He's fantastic in the ring. It's because he doesn't have that swag. But he needs to develop his own swag. He can't just copy Montez Ford. So I do kind of hope they split up, and I hope he develops that. Damn it, I'm sorry. Apollo Cruz. Look, I still see the potential in Apollo Cruz. I think people hate, and he's been in there for a while. He's really, really good in the ring. I wish they did better with him. Ariana Grace, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm not seeing it. Shante the Adonis as well. I put him above Angel. I'm not seeing it. Oscar's a Hall of Famer without a doubt. Austin Theory, rising star, bro. As soon as he comes back from injury, which I don't know, apparently he's not injured. Apparently he's injured. I don't know what the case is. He needs to get a push, bro. Austin Theory is so freaking good. Next we have Ava. People hate on Ava too. I say she has the potential. Now the general managers, whatever. I'm not really going rank. They're general managers. She doesn't. She has more. Nah. I see the potential. People hate on her too much as well. Welcome back, Ito. Axiom, this is a rising star. But it's more like tag team. Austin Theory, I think, is still to the moon. BFAB, I'm not going to lie, is arguably the worst wrestler in the company. And I feel bad. I don't want to say that about anybody. But she's not good in the ring. She's not good on the mic. I don't know what she's good at. I don't know how she made it this far. No offense. Next we have Bailey, of course, a Hall of Famer. She's going to go. She's probably even higher than AJ Styles, just for WWE standards, of course. Berto, he can go with his partner, Angel. Bianca Belair, obviously a Hall of Famer as well. She's also probably ahead of AJ Styles. Yeah, she's ahead of Bailey too, of course. Big Bronson Reed. He's a rising star, especially now. I'd put him over Axiom. I still think Austin Theory, if you gave him that push, be way bigger than Bronson Reed. No pun intended. Big E, he probably ends up in the Hall of Fame. Probably. I just am not sure. I'll fuck her up. Yeah, I don't know about that. Especially if you're talking about Bianca Belair. I don't know if you're talking about Bianca Belair or Bailey. She was literally a what's it called? What's it? A power lifter. She is strong as fuck. I don't know who Blake Howard is. I'm gonna be honest, so I'm gonna just give him the benefit of the doubt and say I see the potential. Booker T. I mean, he's already a Hall of Famer, but as a commentator, I'd say he's a mid card commentator. He's not bad, but Braun Strowman's. This is obviously pre all the releases. I don't know why they did it to Braun Strowman. I think he's a Hall of Famer. He's more likely than Big E, but that's about it. I don't know why. I don't know why they released him. I really don't. Tyler Breeze, he don't do shit other than like background stuff. So whatever. I see the potential. I don't know. Big G is a Hall of Famer and better than Big E. Okay. All right. Now the one you put at the bottom. Oh, BFAB? Yeah, probably could. I don't know who this is. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'll give him benefit of the doubt. I see the potential. Braun Breaker is a massive rising star. Massive. Bronco Nima, I don't know who this is. Give him benefit of the doubt. Brooks Jensen, I don't like Brooks Jensen. I don't think he's terrible enough to be released, but I'd put him in jobber. I don't like him. Brutus Creed, he gets outshined by his brother, but I see the potential. Byron Saxton's a GOAT. I don't care what anyone says. He's a GOAT. He's going Hall of Fame. Candice LeRae, dude, at this point, I'm putting her in jobber. I just don't see the hype behind her. She took a nasty bump recently, but I feel like she just doesn't do much. I think her character is honestly quite terrible. I don't know. She just hasn't done really anything. So, yeah. Carly Bray, I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Carlito, he obviously got released. And this last run was trash. When we got Carlito back, I was like, oh my god, so excited. Ain't Logan or Jake? Yeah, Logan Paul's in WWE. Carlito, though, he... this second run, I would release him. Carmella, obviously she got released. Carmella's a GOAT, though. Is she a Hall of Famer? She won Money in the Bank. She was a champion. I don't think she is. She's not rising star anymore. She'd have to be mid card. I put her above Andrade. Bring Carmella back, bro. She was goated. Carmelo Hayes, this is definition of rising star. If it wasn't for what Braun Breaker was doing right now and how he's being perceived, I'd put him ahead. I think Carmelo Hayes is arguably the best. Well, can't say arguably if it's I think. I think he is the best young guy on the roster. Carmelo Hayes deserves every push right now. I think he is the absolute best on the roster out of the young guys. Now, young girls, that sounds weird. The younger female talent, that also sounds weird. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Different story. She'd be moving factions too. Yeah, facts. Kathy Kelly. Hey man, if you know, you know. You know, she damn near should go number one. Yeah, but if you know, you know. Chad Gable, bro, is a rising star. I think they could really do something with him when he comes back. Okay, no, this is not. I'm not Drake. Channing Stacks. I I don't like him. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like him in the ring. Don't really like his character. Charlie Dempsey. Honestly, this is another one I kind of feel the same way about. I don't really like him. Charlotte Flair's obviously a Hall of Famer. Gonna be at the top. Chelsea Green is a rising star as well. I'd probably put her just above Chad Gable. She's very good. Chris Sabins can go with his partner. CM Punk is a Hall of Famer. Honestly, I don't think he gets in above Bianca. I'm gonna be straight up taking it. Okay, all right. Cody Rhodes is obviously a Hall of Famer. Again, I don't think he goes in above Charlotte. I don't. He definitely goes in above Bianca, though. Well, actually, he's got to. But Charlotte, yeah. Cora Jade obviously was released. She was a rising star, though. I really don't know why they got rid of her. I don't, but, it is what it is. Corey Graves, I'm going to be honest, I don't really like Corey Graves. I don't know what the fuck I just did. I don't really like Corey Graves. I'll put him next to Booker T. I'm sure he'd hate that. Cruz Del Toro, I mean, come on, bro. Cutler James, dude. I mean, but he hasn't been in that long, has he? I put him in jobber for now. He's got a chance. Dakota Kai, bro. This was one of the dumbest releases ever. Such a good star in the making. Like, I don't understand. Damian Priest, he's not really a Hall of Famer. He's still kind of a rising star, I'd put him. He's not really rising as much anymore, but he just takes one small step, I guess, before he's a Hall of Famer. So, yeah, I'd probably put him there. Now, I get he's done way more than these other three, but I would say their star power is higher, I guess. Or it will be. I don't know. Put her in the OF category. Okay. I mean, that is true. Danny Palmer, I don't know who it is. Give you benefit of the doubt. It's him with Dante Chen. Dexter Loomis. I I see the potential, but I don't like him. Dion Lennox. I see the potential. I do. She's not in WWE anymore, but yeah, she does. Dominic Mysterio is he just realistically can't go Hall of Fame. He is arguably the biggest star in the company. Dominic Mysterio is the reason people turn on that TV. Shout out Dirty Dom, he's the GOAT. Dragon Lee, Dragon Lee, I'm not gonna lie, is not good. I'm gonna be straight up. I do not like Dragon Lee. Drake, wait, who's this guy? Oh yeah. I feel like he just got there. No, yeah, he did just get there. I give him potential, like benefit of the doubt. He hadn't done nothing yet. Drew McIntyre's without a doubt a Hall of Famer. He'd probably go in above AJ Styles. Eddie Thorpe. I do not like Eddie Thorpe. I do not like this guy. I'm putting him jobber. I don't like him. I probably put him there. Edris. I don't know who this is. Give him benefit of the doubt. Elton Prince. I think people are too high on Pretty Deadly. I don't like him. I'll be honest. I don't. And not because of any reason you're probably thinking. I just don't think their matches are that good. So I'm going to put him in jobber. Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan hasn't even fought since he got back. Damn near I would have him released. He hasn't done shit. Now, if you're talking about all-time Eric Rowan, which I guess we are, I guess I'll put him with Loomis. Because if you just went off his first run, he'd be mid-card, but he hasn't done shit since he came back. He's not doing anything. Eric, I don't like the War Raiders. I'm going to be honest, bro. Ivar's the only goat. Eric's definitely the worst one. I put Eric down in jobber. Ethan Page is such a big star. I don't know how he's still in NXT. I'm going to be honest. Ethan Page needs to be called up. Fallon Henley. I don't like her either. Yeah, I'd probably put her down there. Finn Balor is a Hall of Famer. Without a doubt. He probably goes in there. Yeah, I'd probably say Gigi Dolan. I see the potential. It's not bad. She is. Yeah, probably put her above him. Julia. I wouldn't say Julia is a rising star because of what they've done with her on the main roster. Of course, if she was still in NXT, you'd be like, wow, she's going to be something great. And then they brought her up to the main roster. I mean, she's the definition of mid-card as of now. I think she could have the potential to be a rising star, but she's certainly not a rising star right now. She's definitely mid-card. Grayson Waller, the GOAT. That's who Neo was talking about. Big G, he's a Hall of Famer. Big G is also mid-card. I'm sorry. I fuck with Big G, though. Honestly, I think he has potential to move up to rising star, but he's mid-card as of now. Gunther is going to be a Hall of Famer pretty easily. I don't think he gets in above fit. He still has a lot to give, though. Hank, bro. Hank is the go. Hank and Tank, bro. Hank and Tank are going high. They're going to be rising stars for sure. Hank and Tank, do they go bigger than Chad Gable? Nah. I think they go ahead of Bronson Reed, though. Harlan Lewis, I don't know who this is. I see the potential. Hikuleo, bro, I feel like he hasn't done anything other than be cringe. You know what? He's going in jobber. Ilya Dragunov, as of now, he's mid-card. He hasn't done... He's going to be a rising star, obviously, but he is injured, and when he wasn't injured, he just got started on like his first feud, I think, first or second, and it wasn't really that deep in, so there's nothing to point that he's a rising star, although I think he will be because of his matches in NXT. It's kind of similar with Julia. He got called up, didn't really do anything, and unfortunately he got injured because I'm sure they would have had him do something, so he's going to have to be in mid-card. It's just unfortunately the way it is. Now, Ivar, way better than Eric. I can see Ivar in mid-card. Yeah, I put him ahead of Carmella. Ivy Nile, she's mid-card as well. She's earned it. She's very, very good. I wouldn't put her above Motor City Machine Gun stuff, but she's good. Io Sky is going to be a Hall of Famer. I don't really like Io Sky that much. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, she'd probably go ahead of Braun Strowman, though. Izzy Dame. I don't really like Izzy Dame, to be honest. I'd probably put her, yeah, behind Fallon Henley. Jackie Redmond. Hey, if you know, you know. Hall of Famer. Jacob Fatu is a big rising star. Is he ahead of... Nah, he can't be ahead of Braun Breaker, though. But big rising star for sure. My bovine baddie. Okay, Hank and Tank. Yeah, Hank and Tank is goated. Big G's not Hall of Fame, though. JC Jane. I see the potential, although I don't really like her that much. I put her behind Akira Tozawa. I mean, I see it. I just don't like it. Jade Cargill. I'm not going to lie. I know they're giving her the title run. I don't think people really like her. I'm going to be honest. I don't mind Jade, but like she doesn't get a big crowd. I wouldn't say she's a rising star. I really wouldn't. I would say she's mid-card. Now, I don't know. I just feel like her feuds haven't been that great, other than obviously the one with Naomi. But other than that, she hasn't really done much. She's had one really good feud, and now she's trying to feud with Tiffany, and it's still not that... Like, they're just not able to generate hype on this, and not saying that's 100% her fault or anything. I just wouldn't classify her as a rising star. I mean, she's not really generating as much hype anymore, so I don't know. Maybe I'm hating. I'm not trying to. Jada Parker, she's going to go, and I see the potential. She just hadn't done enough. Jakara Jackson, I'm not going to lie, bro. She gets carried in that tag team. I'm going to be straight up. I put her down there. She's not that good. Jasper Troy. I see the potential. You know, I put him with Deion Lennox. I don't know who that is. I give him benefit of the doubt. She looks familiar, but I can't put my finger on her. JD McDonough, bro. He's a GOAT. He's unfortunately mid-card, but he's a GOAT. JD McDonough is the GOAT. Izzy Dame is so confusing. I guess she's tall, but she does not fit a heavy hitter. Big booty Jada, facts. Yeah, Izzy Dame to me just is not anything crazy. Oh, Javon Evans is the definition of a rising star. I unfortunately probably had to put him behind Carmelo Hayes because he's unfortunately on NXT. So he can't be as big. But this guy is bigger than anyone in NXT. He's huge, massive, needs to win the NXT championship soon. Jey Uso is a Hall of Famer, without a doubt. He probably goes in... You got to remember the tag team stuff, obviously. It's not just his singles run. Does he go? He probably goes in ahead of Drew. I don't think he goes much higher than that. But yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, without a doubt. Jimmy Uso, also a Hall of Famer. Now, didn't win a world title or anything, so I'll probably move him down a little bit. Maybe like there. But he's, without a doubt, a Hall of Famer. Jasmine is a part of Fatal Influence, although she could be going for... Yeah, that's what she looked familiar, but like... Fatal Influence is not good, bro. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, Quinn Wilde. I like his interviews, bro, but let's be honest. He's a jobber. He ain't doing too much. Joe Coffey, I don't like this guy. I don't. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't see the potential, but I don't like him. Joe Gacy, I really don't like Joe Gacy. I think he's a jobber. Be straight up. I don't like him. Joe Tessitore, he could go with the GMs. I see the potential. John Cena, Hall of Fame, #1, obviously. Johnny Gargano, he's a mid-card guy. He goes behind Jade Gargano. He's a mid-card guy, but they're cool. Jordan Grace, ooh. She has a lot of hype, but does she go in Rising Star? I think I'm going to move Cora Jade down. I'm going to reposition the Rising Star. I think I've been a little too generous to some people. Release John, not good enough. Okay. Because Jordan Grace is definitely gaining popularity, but she hadn't done enough, right? It's similar to Jade Cargill. I'd probably put her above Julia. I am going to move Cora Jade down to probably behind Ilya. Axiom, I think I'm going to move down as well. I think for Axiom is more hype than DIY, though, so... Dakota Kai was definitely on the way, but I still give her mid-card. I put her behind Jade. And everything else there, I think, is fine. But yeah, I think I was a little too generous to some of them. All right, next we have Josh Briggs. I love Josh Briggs. I'm gonna be honest. I'd put him in mid card. He can't go that high. He could go above Ivar. I love Josh Briggs, so very, very good. Julius Creed as well. This is a guy that's gonna go pretty high. I'd probably put above Cora Jade. Everybody loves Julius Creed. Kyrie Sane. I'm putting I see the potential. I just feel like they don't do anything with her. And she gets injured a lot. I like her, but they just don't do enough with her. Kale Dixon, no idea who bro is. Callie Armstrong, no clue. Carmen Petrovic, I'm be honest. I know she's still developing. I just don't. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Karrion Cross obviously got released. This was a rising star that they let go. I probably put him ahead of Priest. I know he was like number one in sales and everything. People wanted Cross that badly, but I just think the guys ahead of Cross have more potential. Katana Chance, dude. I mean, seriously. That tag team sucks, no offense. Keanu Carver, is he in Dark State as well? I don't think so. I don't know. I'm gonna put him in See the Potential. Kalani Jordan, she's just missing something. I'll put her ahead of Jada Parker. She's like right there. Kelly Kincaid, no clue. Kendall Gray, no clue. Kevin Owens, obviously is a Hall of Famer. He probably goes ahead of EO, and that might be it. I don't know if he goes much higher. Deanna James, she on the level of BFAB. Kit Wilson can go with his partner. Kofi Kingston, absolutely a Hall of Famer. But I don't know. He probably just goes in with Big E. Oh, I forgot. Big E and Kofi do get the New Day though. They might need to be moved up. Kofi, yeah, New Day tax. Big E probably go there. Actually, no, they both go probably like there. Forgot about the New Day tax. They need to be moved up. L.A. Knight, yeah. He's obviously still a rising star. I put him ahead of Javon Evans. I just think the four guys ahead of him, they got that dog in them. Laney Reed, that sounds like a porn star name. Lance Anoa'i, this guy hasn't done anything, so I'll put him in. I see the potential. Lash Legend, yo, she carries her team. She's already a mid-card talent, in my opinion. I'd probably put her ahead of Josh Briggs. Lash Legend's very, very good. Layla Diggs, don't know who that is. Lexus King, I see the potential, bro, but I don't think I could put you much higher. Rising star. Who for Lash? I just think the thing with Lash is I don't know if she has built enough star power yet. But she is fire. When she gets up to that main roster, she's gonna do very, very good. Lillian Garcia's a goat, bro. The goat. She can go ahead of Big Jim. Oh, LA Knight. Yeah, LA Knight is a rising star, you know? He's still he's somehow getting more and more popular. It's just a matter of time until he gets that world title run at this point. Or before I wasn't sure about it. Liv Morgan's a Hall of Famer. She probably goes probably just had a Finn Balor for now. Logan Paul, he's a big, big star. I'd put him in rising star. He is not Hall of Fame yet, but he's had a good title run. Well, a long title run. I don't know if you'd call it good, but he has not had a bad match. And I think people are starting to realize he's the GOAT. Lola Vice. Other than her being like hot, I don't see much. I'd probably put her in Jobber. I just don't see much from Lola Vice, I'm gonna be honest. This is the other guy in the D'Angelo family. I haven't seen him do anything. I'm gonna be straight up. Lucian Price, I don't know who that is. Give him benefit of the doubt. Ludwig Kaiser. I see the potential, but they gotta do something. Lyra's a rising star. I mean, come on, let's be honest. I don't think she could go ahead of Chad Gable or Chelsea Green, though. But she's a rising star, for sure. I think people just know what she is. Like, she's not going to get much. Lola Vice is a baddie. Yeah, but that doesn't really get you anywhere on here. I don't know who that is. Mark Coffey. Where's the other Coffee at? He's going with them. Where is he? Where did I put him in? I see potential. Where's the coffee dude at? Other coffee boy. There he is. Maxine Dupree. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm putting her at the top of IC potential. They're not doing shit with her, but Maxine could be so good, so good. Mako, dude, she was still on the roster. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Michael Cole, goat, goat. Michael Cole's a goat. Mitchin, I don't like Mitchin. I'll put her jobber. I'm probably gonna get hate for that. I don't like her. Mike Rome, don't know who bro is. The Miz, Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame for The Miz. He probably, mm, yeah, maybe above Liv. He is definitely a legend, but Montez Ford. Now, the Street Profits will be in the Hall of Fame, so I guess maybe Angela Dawkins should move up. But they have so much left in their career. I guess that's kind of why I have them there. It's not like the Usos where it's like they're in the later half of their career, right? Like they're still getting started. Montez Ford, by far, a big, big rising star. Everybody wants that solo push. I do too. So yeah, Mr. Stone, no clue. Miles Bourne, this kid is something special. I'd put him mid card right now. I'd probably put him at the bottom mid card, but he's gonna be something special, bro, and he's very inspirational. Naomi's a Hall of Famer. Probably not that high, maybe above Braun Strowman, but she's a Hall of Famer for sure. Natalia also is a Hall of Famer, but her work of recent has not been great. I'll just put her there. Nathan Frazier, he's gonna go with Axiom. They're a combo tag team. Yeah, Fraxium goated. Nia Jax. She probably technically will make the Hall of Fame, but I don't want to put her there, so I'm not going to. I'm gonna put her mid card. I just don't like Nia Jax, bro. Nick Aldis, the GOAT GM. Hey, I don't think he go Hall of Fame. He's gonna be a rising star though, dude. Who don't fuck with Nick Aldis? He's the GOAT. Everybody fucks with Nick Aldis. Nikki Cross, she's a little bit. No, she can go with the rest of them. I don't like the Wyatt Six. Nikita Lyons, I don't like her. I'll be honest. They can release her. I don't like her. Nico Vance, that seems familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. Yep. Obafemi. It's him and Javon Evans. They run NXT. Let's be honest. The only reason Obafemi and Javon Evans aren't higher is because they're on NXT. These two get called up to the main roster. Boop, they go all the way up. Very, very good. Omos. He's mid card, but bring him back, bro. Bring back Omos. He'd go behind Motor City Machine Guns. Bring back the GOAT. Osiris Griffith. Where'd I put the rest of them? The rest of them. There we go. He going with Jasper Troy and them. Otis. Otis is mid card. He go ahead of Omos. I love Otis. Pat McAfee. He also go mid card. We'll put him at the back. He's decent. Paul Heyman's Hall of Famer, without a doubt. Paul Heyman's the GOAT. Triple H obviously is already a Hall of Famer. So Dark State are so Yeah, but the thing I give for Dark State benefit of doubt is one, they are all incredibly new, and two, they got no one to feud with other than Hank and Tank. They can't really prove anything because they just got to keep fighting the same people. Oba rising star, yeah, Oba, because like for Oba, bro, he's a star and he's the biggest star you could ask for in NXT. But you put this guy up on the main roster, oh yeah, he's over. Penta, of course, is a rising star. He's fallen off a little bit, so I'll probably put him just ahead of Oba. But yeah, Pete Dunne, I see the potential. They lose me with him, then they bring me back. They lose me, then they bring me back. I don't like Pete Dunne, but he always does something to impress me. Piper Niven, I also see the potential. I'd probably put her ahead of Pete Dunne. The similar thing. R-Truth, Hall of Famer, without a doubt. I don't know if he can go high though. He could go ahead of Natalia, I guess. Randy Orton, in my opinion, the greatest wrestler of all time. Raquel Rodriguez. I see the potential. They could. She still hasn't figured it out quite yet. Rey Mysterio, Hall of Famer, obviously. He'd go ahead of Cody. Rhea Ripley is already a Hall of Famer, so she's going there. Rhea Ripley, in my opinion, is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Already. I want them to do more for Penta. It's like he had one title shot for the IC title, now he has 0 title shots. It's so annoying. What I want them to do with Penta, because, yeah, you're talking about the title match. I do agree. But that's the only feud he's ever had. He hasn't feuded with anybody other than Dominic, like a real feud. Why is he not getting feuds? Why is he not fighting anybody? Like, why is he not going after anybody? It's literally just been him fighting random people ever since he got here, except for Dominic. And of course they're not going to strip Dominic. He is arguably the biggest star in the company right now. Like, they're not going to strip Dom of that. So Penta, I would like to see him feud with somebody. Would be nice. He just doesn't feud with people. Ricky Starks. I'm not as sold as Ricky Starks on most people. I'm putting him in IC potential. I'm not as sold. I'm going to be honest. Ridge Holland, I think, is solid as well. I see the potential from above Ludwig. I think that's where he goes. Riley Osborne, no idea. Benefit of the doubt. Rock, Hall of Famer. For sure. He already got inducted, I believe. Roman Reigns, easy Hall of Famer as well. Super easy. Roxanne Perez, massive rising star. Massive. Love Roxanne Perez. One of the GOATs. Sami Zayn, he's a Hall of Famer at this point. I think we can all agree on that. Even with no world title, he could go with Kevin Owens. He's already a Hall of Famer. Santos Escobar. Honestly, I think Santos gets too much hate. I genuinely see the potential in him. I think he could be solid. Saquon Sugars. I remember, dude, I saw a clip of him hating on his own name. He was like, I don't know who decided to name me that. So for that, I'll put him number 1 out of Dark State. I believe those are the 4 Dark State guys. But yeah, he was so funny. He was like, she ain't massive, she's almost a dwarf. I believe she technically is. Or she's 1 inch off. I don't know who this is, so benefit of the doubt. Scarlett. I'm going to be honest, Scarlett only ever made it because of Karrion Kross. She's not good. Seth freaking Rollins, a Hall of Famer. He can go up there with Roman. Shawn Michaels, my second favorite wrestler of all time. Obviously, one of the GOATs. He's in the Hall of Fame. Shawn Spears. At this point, I don't see the potential, bro. You're like 40-something. Pack it up. Shayna Baszler. I never really liked Shayna Baszler either. I know she had that one run. I didn't fuck with that run. She's going in jobber. Sheamus. Absolute Hall of Famer. Absolutely. Probably just ahead of Alexa Bliss. People forget how good Sheamus was back in the day. Sheamus' like first ever feud in WWE was for the world title. Like, that's how good he was. Sheamus was so goated. And if it wasn't his first, it was like his second, bro. He came in and he was the GOAT. The fuck is Viper doing there? Which one is Viper? You talking about Naomi? Shiloh Hill. I like Shiloh Hill. I see the potential. Yeah, I see the potential. I like Shiloh Hill, but he's so new. Shinsuke, what happened to Shinsuke, bro? He's a mid-carder at this point. Shotzi, bro, bring back Shotzi. I like Shotzi. I see the potential, though. I probably put her there. Sol Ruka, oh my god, another one. As soon as she gets called up, she is in there. Sol Ruka, one of my favorite female wrestlers of all time. Yeah, you're talking about Naomi. Naomi's the GOAT. One of the GOATs. Solo. I'm not gonna lie. He has to go mid card. But I fuck with Solo. He's got a lot more respect out of me. Stephanie Bakir, one of the biggest stars in the company. I put her above LA Knight even. They love her so much. No clue. Tama Tonga. Yeah, you're a jobber compared to the GOAT, which we'll get to. Tank! Hank and Tank, baby. The GOATs. I love Hank and Tank. Tatum Paxley can go with GG. They're kind of a combo. Tavion Heights. I see the potential. They're gearing to give him a push. So I guess we'll see that potential. Thea Hale. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of. I'm going to be honest. Tiffany Stratton. She's still a rising star, but I think this title run they gave her has hurt her a lot. I'm going to put her under Sol Ruka. I love you, Solo. Thank you, Ito. Much love. Tommaso Ciampa can obviously go with Gargano. Tongaloa, obviously, easy #1 Hall of Famer, best wrestler in the company. Tony D'Angelo would probably be around mid-card. I'd say maybe behind Ivy Nile. He's pretty good, but, you know, it is what it is. Trick Williams. Trick. How this guy hasn't been called up is beyond me. Trick Williams is probably bigger than both Oba and Javon. Trick Williams is popular as fuck. And yeah, Tyler Bate. I see the potential. He's just short. The short kings need something too. Tyler Bate. Tyra May Steele. Still very early in her career. I see the potential. I'll put her behind Dark State though. But I see the potential. Tariq, I don't know who this guy is. Maybe he's one of the ones in Dark State. I don't know. I don't know who this is either. Uncle Howdy / Bo Dallas can go with the rest of them because I don't like the White Six. Don't know who Bro is either. Valhalla. Release. I'm pretty sure she did get released. Vic Joseph. He can go and I see the potential. I do know who he is, but Wade Barrett. In terms of commentator, he's mid-card. That's what we got to base it off, so. Whoop that trick, hell yeah. So where Mr. Paul at? Paul Heyman's up here, man. He in Hall of Fame. Wendy Chu. I'm pretty sure she got released too. If not, I don't know. Wesley. He's very close to hitting that mark. He's very, very close. So I'm putting him in I see potential. Wolfgang. Another one. I think they're released. If not, let's get it done. Xavier Woods is a Hall of Famer for sure, but he's not going to go as high as the other two. Never won a singles title. You can go ahead of Braun Strowman, I guess. Oh, you're talking about Logan Paul? Logan Paul's rising star. No, Wendy is injured. I don't like Wendy Chu. Yoshiki, the GOAT. He's got to go with Briggs, bro. I love these two. They're one of the best tag teams of all time. Oh my gosh. I love both of them. They're so goated. Zarya. Zarya's not as big as Sol Ruka, but I think she'd be mid-card right now. She is pretty solid, I'm not going to lie. I'd put her ahead of Ivar. She's solid. I like Zarya. She's very good. Zelina Vega. No offense. The definition of mid-card. Zoe Stark. Yo, actually release Zoe. Ray Phoenix. Not as built up as Penta, but he is a mid-card guy. I'd put him above Omos. That's solid. I feel like pretty good. Obviously, it's missing some of the people like Brock Lesnar, which I don't know why he wasn't on here. He's technically on the roster at this time. Yeah, no Brock is kind of weird.